thing that you need to do is when you're on the console and you've received a client's call, or maybe he's walked onto your store and you have negotiated with him on the phone or maybe on the table on understanding what his requirements are, and you want to now formally give him a quotation, you need to press on the sales order tab. Once you press the sales order tab, this form comes up. As you can see, there are these two buttons here. This is for quick invoice. We'll get onto the quick invoice thing a little later, but this is basically for people who are into a lot of point of sale systems and who have a lot of retailing that happens. So we'll get to that later because we need to create a client called cash for that. Now, for creating a quotation, we need to press on this plus button. As soon as we press on this plus button, this new form opens up. There's a lot of information required for creating a quotation, if you could see, but most of them are auto-filled. So over here, you need to find a client who maybe exists in your database prior to you creating a quotation, or maybe you have to create a new client itself. So at this point of time, there's absolutely no client that exists. So you click on this particular button to edit or add client as well as view the client. So you click on this particular button. It will ask you for confirmation, because if you have made any changes to the sales order form, it will be nullified. So you press on the continue tab and another form comes up which allows you to create a client. So once the customer walks into your store, if he's a new client, he's to be treated as a prospect, unless and until the quotation that you have given to him has materialized into a order. It is going to be treated as a prospect only. Only after it converts into an order, the prospect will get converted into a client. So you need to put the client's name. Maybe we'll have XYZ Corporation is the name of the client. You can put a work phone number, home phone number, mobile phone number. Put a mobile phone number here. Let's put a email ID here. Okay, let's put our email ID here, and you can put a tax ID if you want the tax ID to come up on the invoice. You can put a web address of the client that you are working with if he's got a website. So in my case it is okay. You need to put in the address. You put in the city details. You could put a zip or postal code here. Put India here. On the left side, you can see client name, contact details, his email, his primary address. If you want to put some specific detail about the client, you can put it here in the memo detail. On the right side here, you can see attributes of the client that you are talking to. Now if you want to inactivate the client, you can just press on this particular button and save it. It will become inactive. You can have a list of categories for understanding what kind of clients come to your location. Now if you press on the modify list and you add a new list, you need to put in, say, he's a corporate client, and add it. Maybe another category of client is end user, so you can add it. And when you click on the category here, you will see corporate or end user. So whichever is the corresponding client category, you can click on that. Now The one that we're dealing now here is a corporation, so we have put it in corporate. Under the salespersons, you need to put in all the IDs that are been assigned in the system to your different staff will be mentioned here. So we have logged in using Sales Manager, so we will click on Sales Manager. Now, different kind of referrals happen when the client comes to you. You can ask him who would have referred you to the business, and you can just mention it here. Maybe most of the times it's a friend or the internet or the search engine. Now you can set up order defaults also for this particular client. You can have the payment method. If you think that this client is going to be giving you the payment in cash only, you can mention it as cash or business check or personal check or whatever card. We've already got pre-listed payment methods here. You can add payment methods. So let's add cash in this, and these are the defaults for there are methods that are there. So you could just put up, say, TTDC couriers, and if you have a cash discount which applies for this client, you can just press on discount and press this cash discount. You can just press none. Taxation structure basically in Karnataka here is 14% and 5%. So accordingly you can put taxation. This is the default value that the form will take, the sales order form will take when you click on XYZ Corporation. So let's just save it. The client has got saved now. Now let's return back to the order. Now the client has been created. You just need to type in the first few letters and the client will come up here. Okay. Now on the right side you can see the attributes of the sales order form. Here you have the type as quote or order. Now because you are giving a quotation to the client, you need to be very sure whether it is quote or order, so you need to press it as quote. Scroll down, you can see the lead source here for the sales order. You can again put in, this is an optional field, it's not mandatory, you can leave it. Now the next thing that you need to do here is give him the quotation with the products that he requires. So at this point of time there are no products whatsoever. There's one particular product which has been created earlier by somebody. So we'll just create another product here.